Hey YouTube, this is Kweku from Next Gen Windows, and today's app review is called Calculator Pro. Calculator Pro is basically your basic calculator app. I won't even call it a Metro style app or a modern style app because it's essentially just a calculator app. It's pretty basic, fairly basic, with basic scientific functions. Here is the live tile right here. It's actually not live, but here's the tile right here. When we click on it, there's a splash screen. It's very brief, and then it comes to this screen right here. Now those of you who use an iPad might find this pretty familiar because it does in fact look kind of like the iPad calculator app. Well, one of the iPad calculator apps, because obviously the iPad does not have a calculator app for itself. But aside from that, it looks similar to it, but it essentially has the same functionality because it is just a calculator. You can add basic functions right here, so you can do 75 divided by 9 equals that number 8.3, repeating, and then you can second and do all these other functions there that, since I hate math so much, I couldn't tell you what half of these mean except for sine, cosine, and tangent, and log, and obviously x cubed and x squared. Those are the only things that I really know, and I could go into more, but I won't do that. But essentially, it is a pretty basic calculator application. You can't exactly do too much on it except for your basic calculator functions. So there's not too much to go over in this app review. But when we check out settings, you can view the settings here. It tells you what the app is called and who created it, which was Tab Nation. And then you can view the settings for the app. Now, the settings for this app will allow you to enable sounds. So when we enable sounds, you'll notice something that when I click on something, it'll have a sound. And it actually has a sound similar to the iPhone slash iPad and all the iDevices, their keyboard clicks. Now, I did see on the picture for the settings that it allows you to uh, go to other calculator faces, but it doesn't seem like you can do that as of yet. I could be wrong. I could just be not knowing all the features of this, but you can see right here it allows you to set different calculator phases. In fact, uh, when you go to this picture is not an ordinary picture. When you go to the picture and you see these arrows, you can actually click left or right and see all the faces that they have available. They currently have about 3, and then when you do that, you can also drag and stuff because your finger would be a drag. And then when you go back, it changes the calculator face to this. So whatever you select in that settings thing, it actually does show you the different faces and allows you to select different faces. I do think that in the future they'll probably be giving you more choices for what faces that you can actually choose. So that'll be a good thing that you can use. So you can right now use it based on whatever style you decide. Those of you who are coming from iPads and iPhones and iPods, basically the Apple universe, will probably like this one better because it's more familiar to your taste. Those of you who don't care about anything and just want to, use a basic calculator, you can have this face or this face if you like the notebook style of it. Another cool thing that you can do is you can right click to copy the numbers that you use. That way, say if we clear it all and then we hit paste, the number comes back. So that's a good thing that they have compared to regular, say the TI calculators, Texas Instrument calculators, where you can't copy and paste numbers. You have to erase it and then remember exactly what you typed in and come back and retype it in again. So this one you can copy and paste those large numbers and do it. So another test that I want to do for this application is see how many digits you can actually put on the screen, because a lot of calculators, they limit you. So we're going to do 777 and we're going to keep clicking it. And as you can see, we have quite a large number here that you can actually select. You can actually go to. This is actually the highest you can get. It won't allow you to go any further, so it won't overwrite any of the numbers that you actually choose. So that's a good thing that you can have. I think this is a trillion, so because this is 100,000 right here, million, billion. So this is a trillion, 777 trillion, and we'll just keep going down with the sevens. So that's the highest you can get. You can get into the 100 trillions. You can't get to the higher numbers. But that's probably the highest most people will be counting to with a job or work or homework or anything like that, unless you're into like calculus and stuff like that. But essentially, this app is fairly basic. You can't do too much with it. It's just a basic calculator application. Another thing I wanted to show you guys is actually the snap view. Let's see if they have a good snap view. And they do. When you go to snap view, it actually shrinks it down to a regular calculator, the basic function calculator, which gives you the add, subtract, negatives, positives, and the MC, M plus, M minus, and MR. I could be wrong about what they're actually called, but bear with me. And if you also will notice that it gives you the exponent number of it when you shrink it to this view, because it can't view the full thing in the snap view. But when you bring it to the full view, it actually shows it in the full number that you decided you wanted to type out. So when we bring it back, it shows the exponent of it right here. So that's a nice application. Those of you who wanted a calculator application for, say, your Windows RT device, but didn't want to use the built-in Windows calculator that is pretty hard on the finger because the keys are pretty small, you could download this application. It's free, so you can get it on the Windows Store and check it out for yourself. And hopefully it works for you very well, because it works seems to work very fine over here too. This has been Kweku from Next Gen Windows, and this application was Calculator Pro for the Windows 8 and Windows RT. I'll catch you later. Peace.